Hey everyone, it's December 5th, 2019.
Welcome to this week's Meme That News briefing.
Subscribe to our Reddit at r/meme-that-news.
And smash that like button and subscribe now.
Okay, so we're starting with news from the American presidential campaign, and Joe Biden at a campaign stop in Iowa bit his wife's finger while she was giving a speech.
Yeah, that I think this presidential campaign will be very interesting. I'm obviously from across the pond, so for me this is like a show.
Yeah, no,
like how the fuck do you how do you do that?
It just gets worse and worse. It sounds like. So let's see the video to see what they.
Yeah.
And when they cut to the President of the United States.
Okay.
To the President
Yeah, what do you think of that?
I think that's just such a.
the President of
I actually think it's cute, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like seeing the head. I mean, this is news and headlines, right? Like this is how I thought it's actually properly like pain involved and enough time spent. Enough time spent on the finger, nibbling on it.
He drew blood with it.
Yes. I actually feel like that's actually quite
Yeah, I think he was just trying to be
That's
cute. Like she almost hit his head, and so he just kind of played it off. I feel like these headlines, they're just trying to clickbait or smear.
Yeah, and also like to be fair to him, his wife was waving that hand in front of him quite a lot.
Exactly. Right.
And kind of like eclipsing him maybe a little bit. So it's it's something that I don't know, maybe. So I do feel like that's a very kind of
deceptive
genuine
headline. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like what he did is totally fair, to be honest. I would totally bite that hand.
Cool. Should we check out the meme now?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
You see, this is because I've only seen the headline and the meme. And to me, that third image there where he's biting the... To me, that's...
He looks deranged, like he's got his eyes closed.
It's like...
yeah,
breathing
exactly, heavy.
Yeah, and it feels like it's a long time spent there, right? Like he's...
That's true.
And actually, I'm totally influenced by the headline, the image, but also by the comments of other people here on the, the first comment. Man, Joe Biden is a weird fuck. It's like, yeah, totally, he's fucking weird. Look at him, like biting that.
I got a lot of comments actually. 36, yeah. Creepy
but
Uncle
then,
Joe.
Yeah, but then I agree with this other guy that or a person that commented like over Aster. They said, I don't know if my special other was unaware that she was swinging her hand in front of my face, I would probably bite her fingers too. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, this is what
Yeah,
so I said so. And
then
there's
he was just trying to be funny, like an old man too. When you actually watch the video, he was just
exactly. It's like kind of cute, like that. Old people still do this, right? Like in front of everyone as well. I think it's a bit ballsy, so good for him. So for me, the I would say in terms of like how funny it is, like the meme is really funny. I really liked it. It does, however, portray like a different picture to what happened in reality. At least
that's
to
true.
me,
Yeah, I think that's a good point.
Yeah. To me, and I think this is okay. This is like the memes don't necessarily have to be 100% true to the, and it's also like my own mind, like perceived, like my own filters that come into play. But it wasn't super clear that this was like an inoffensive, kind of like genuine and kind of like cute thing that he did, which is quite clear to me in the video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you think? What's your?
I think it is a great meme. I do like the comparing it to Spider-Man, and then and then like the money shot at the end of him like as his wife is funny. But no, I mean, I definitely do. And I don't know if the meme's probably going along with what the headline was doing, but I mean, I definitely do agree that the messaging is like kind of making it out to be like a bigger deal than it should be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, more political news. DC Comics is joining the ranks of all these American corporations that are submitting to Chinese demands, or they'll do something that offends China. And so this one is there's a new Batman comic coming out apparently, and the promo image that they're using here. Let me put it on screen right now. That is so it's showing Batman throwing a Molotov cocktail. And I don't know, Nem Dude, what do you think? Does that, if you saw that, would you think Hong Kong right away?
I mean, they banned Winnie the Pooh, right?
That's true. Yeah, you wouldn't think radical political statement.
Yeah, it's like I don't know how
Christopher Robin's political radical. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So it is an interesting image of Batman throwing. I don't know the context of that image.
It's a cool picture. I mean, it's great art.
It's great art, but and then, in the background, like the pink subtitle, there's like something about young.
Yeah, the future
is young. Right? So, is that like? Would that be related to Hong Kong protesters?
I guess somehow like they did have that impression. I don't think it's not supposed to have any relation. I think like it's just a completely independent story, but apparently they were saying that like people on social media were offended in China, and they interpreted it as support for Hong Kong. I do kind of wonder too when they say like people on social media, is that legit? Just average, everyday Chinese people, or is it because there's so much like disinfo, so many bots and trolls from like governments that like
they banned Winnie the Pooh, so I feel like from that perspective, anything's possible. in a weird, this is fair enough. if that's the direction, at least they are consistent to it.
And so, you want to check out the meme for this one?
Totally.
Okay, so it's a video this time. So, and the headline is DC Comics kills Batman image because China insisted it was supporting the Hong Kong protest.
Yeah.
So, Game of Thrones video. Yeah, I love that South Park is the only
and Reddit users. Yeah, actually people commented a little bit about like I think Reddit has had some investment from some Chinese companies. So I think the author of the meme video here is kind of like, and I think he commented on, he or she commented on it's like the users, which I think it's a good point.
Yeah, I guess someone in the comments was saying, I hate this notion of Reddit being somehow a heroic bastion of free speech in the face of a relentlessly totalitarian assault or some such stupidity. It's just a public forum that happens to have a very pro HK user base.
Yeah. I mean, Reddit is banned in China already.
Oh, really? It is? I didn't know.
Yeah.
amongst many others, right?
Yes. So I quite like the it's a good representation of what's happening. Obviously a very high level view, but I like the meme, the video.
Definitely, yeah, I agree. Solid. It's a solid meme.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, keeping with the Game of Thrones theme, the next story is about how fans were super disappointed by a tweet made by the Game of Thrones account, and so they cryptically tweeted "Winter is coming," and so fans got super excited. I guess they expected something really cool was about to be tweeted, but then a few days later, they revealed that they were referencing the upcoming release of all 8 seasons on DVD and Blu-ray. And like essentially no one cared.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. First of all, like, who still uses DVDs and Blu-rays?
Yeah, that is a good question off the bat. Yeah,
Probably half of the people were pissed that, it's like, what?
And they've already like probably seen every episode, like the hardcore fans multiple times.
Right. Yeah.
That is a very good point. I mean, yeah, who, I guess it's just people that like collect physical media that like want to have a shelf with stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. And I have absolutely no problem with that. It's just like a funny, I suppose, I think it's just like milking more money from people, right? Like trying to get more. Yeah. Even though it kind of will stain their reputation a little bit.
Yeah, just
it's just like you lose trust in that kind of brand. So the meme, obviously the headline, GOT, winter is coming, and GOT fans, I suppose is maybe quite a lot, and I think in the comments when I was reading, quite a lot of people kind of like weren't super, suppose, happy about this in a way. That's like the likelihood of something really, really good happening is so low. So I think the meme kind of tells that story quite well. And it's like at the end, it just says, "Fucking die." I think it's a fair enough response.
Yeah.
Like thinking about it, like I wonder, like how many people when they saw the actual, like the like after the fact, how many people were like, yay, DVDs and Blu-rays, finally, this is exactly what I want.
Right, yeah.
From that tweet, right? Like how many people would have said that? I'm curious.
Probably would have been more exciting if they were like the whole thing on VHS and Laserdisc.
Yeah, right. Like it's at least, if you want to go vintage.
Yeah. And so this is a fun story. So, Elon Musk recently had that disastrous unveiling of the Tesla Cybertruck, where the 2 windows broke, while they were trying to demo the strength. And then people were like roasting the hell out of the design. What was your first impression of the design overall?
I'll be honest, it made me a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like a little, like I think, maybe kind of like just a tiny bit like self-conscious, just because I imagined like driving that car on the streets today, and because it's so the design is so unique, it's so much in your face.
Yeah.
I kind of cringed a little bit inside.
So you almost got like anticipatory embarrassment, like thinking.
Exactly.
Okay, that's
but
funny.
that's just me. And then immediately after, I was like, oh, actually, it's pretty amazing. Like, the balls that you need to have to pull that off. As a not just him, as obviously I personally, I think he's an amazing person in terms of like business and visionary. But as a company, like risking so much, like it's definitely rocking the boat.
Totally. No, that's how I felt. Like I didn't know what I thought immediately of it, just aesthetically, but I appreciated that it's so crazy,
Yeah.
But it does seem like,
yeah,
it
go on.
does seem like people are warming up to it, in general.
Totally.
And that's what I guess this story is essentially about, is like the Dubai police tweeted that in 2020, they're going to start using it as a patrol car.
Yeah.
And did you see, let me show you, did you see this image of a mock-up? It's pretty badass, I have to say. I like it.
I mean, if you're like a bad person being chased by that car, that's definitely a good impact it'll have on you.
You're in like a RoboCop or some like 80s
Exactly.
Someone's like perfectly designed for law enforcement.
Yeah. But like kind of going back to the like what you were saying earlier about the design and how people react to it, it's like when he talks about like the rush, like why they have like the design is a result of the need for saving like aerodynamics and like saving battery energy, whatever. So like it's not just like, oh, let's make something crazy. It's like it's a result of
Interesting.
Of
so
technology.
It's just like courageous commitment to like engineering the best possible like electric truck, essentially.
Yeah, bingo. Yeah.
Cool. So let's check out the meme. Guy's police department will soon be patrolling in a Tesla Cybertruck. Stonks.
I like that. I like that face, like that. The smile is just like kind of yay.
And supposedly they got like a bunch of pre-orders for it, right? Like hundreds of thousands of pre-orders.
It seems so, yeah.
That's
I suppose like a pre-order is just like like 1,000 or 2,000. I don't know what's the deposit for it. But
right.
I might be wrong. At least with the previous cars, they had like a small deposit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the meme is it's funny.
yeah.
But what do you think about the glass breaking and the test?
I mean, because I know some people were saying that it was like intentional or like an intentional marketing thing. I don't know. I think that's being like really giving him the benefit of the doubt. Like he looked really kind of perturbed after that thing broke. So I feel like he would be like an amazing actor if that was being put on.
To me, when I saw that headline, it just reminded me of like Bill Gates and Blue Screen of Death during a Windows presentation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Amazing.
So and that wasn't staged at all. And it's like even kind of behind the scenes stories of like how everything happened, and then the engineers like trying to reboot the system. It's kind of funny. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's fine. Like I mean, it's
So this story comes from India, and farmers in the Karnataka region were struggling with these like monkey infestations that were really intense, and they've been trying, like, apparently the monkeys are really afraid of tigers, so some people were making like tiger dolls and they're trying to scare away the monkeys. But this story is about this like brilliant farmer, ingenious farmer who painted stripes. And you see this picture, he painted stripes on the dog, and apparently it worked, and the monkeys are terrified and don't bother his crop.
I would paint myself as a tiger. Like,
Yeah.
it was like recently for the first time in my life to actually kind of like have to deal with like monkeys like around me. And I thought like, oh, they're so cute, and like, no, they're like some mean fuckers.
Yeah.
Like they stole the bag, like not stole, like they just ripped it off, like the bag, like from my plastic bag from my hand, just take the food out of there. And they're actually very dangerous.
Yeah.
Like if there's any sense that you're aggressive to them, then the whole pack will start attacking you. That's what I've been told. So yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, no mercy. Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
if it's just like a painted dog as a tiger, I think, there's no harm literally to them in that sense.
Oh yeah,
it's
for
okay.
Sure, yeah. It's a pretty good paint job on the dog too.
Yeah. What do you think about the meme?
It's good. It's straightforward. Yeah, but I almost feel like the story does most of the heavy lifting.
Totally. And the picture and the dog.
Yeah,
like,
the dog. Yeah, sort of clueless, like friendly dog.
It's like a little. I don't know. Like maybe it's a common thing to do in those regions where they are affected by monkeys. So like there's more people doing that. But if it's the first one, I suppose this dog would be like a mini superstar in the area. Like, I wonder what other dogs think about this guy. Or girl.
Yeah, all the dogs terrified or something.
Is it being outcast by?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it looks pretty happy, but it's my own projection.
So the last story we're going to cover is serious. I think we should take a moment to honor one of the internet's greatest. Really sad to have learned that little BUB passed away at the age of 8 earlier this week. And yeah, so do you remember his memes and videos and stuff from way back?
No, to be honest.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
No.
It was kind of more of an American thing, or like.
Possibly. Also, like if you, I think someone was commenting as well. Like if you don't really have a cat as a pet, maybe you might not be following those like Instagram kind of profiles.
Yeah, I don't even know how I heard about it. He was just like so so distinctive, like his face with all the deformities.
Very cute. Now that I've seen it, yeah.
But you heard right that like his cuteness and that unique look, it was like he had like feline dwarfism and
like a few genetic.
Yeah, like in some like rare bone condition and like. Yeah, it's like kind of funny, kind of sad, like. Yeah,
right. Like it's a bit of a mindfuck. Like we kind of like certain, like Chihuahua dogs, right? Like they're, in terms of my understanding, is like the evolutionary speaking, they shouldn't really exist, but we artificially select them, right? Yeah. And keep the
right.
the genetic defects, going.
Yeah, we like the genetic defects.
Yeah, because they're kind of cute and small and they can fit in a purse.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, it was like a very cute cat. Even, of course, I've been out of the loop on this one, but just seeing the meme and the news was pretty sad.
Do you know, yes, this meme format, do you know what movie this is from? I actually don't.
Is that Ice Age or something?
Oh, is it Ice Age? Finally, because I've seen the format around a bunch now, like a worthy of format. Right, that would be legendary.
Maybe it's Ice Age. Wow.
Wait, is Grumpy Cat's dead too?
Yeah.
What? Oh no.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Not a good year.
Yeah. Oh no.
What do you think about kind of like the mess, and then the kind of like putting these two cats side by side and like the message like, "Oh, battle will be legendary."
I like honoring both of them, but I don't know if I'm missing the message. But like, so what are they gonna like fight in heaven or like what? Yeah, I guess I don't fully understand.
Yeah, for me, it was kind of I took it as there's two big events in the like in terms of like social media influencers that the grumpy cat, like, it died this year as well. And I think in terms of like popularity, I think they were both quite popular. So like, I suspect people would be just sad for both these cases.
It's like sort of like a social media battle, like which one gets the most attention, kind of.
Maybe, yeah. And I think because of this, someone in the comments on Meme That News on the post kind of pointed out that it might be a bit rude to, not rude, like disrespectful.
Oh yeah, I think here, yeah, it's kind of assholish to make it seem like we should argue which one's death was worse or anything like that.
Just nobody still should show some respect. And for me, and I've commented there, like, for me, like, I feel like I didn't really read it like that, but then yeah, and of course that's just my view.
No, I didn't. I guess, I mean, I definitely didn't have that initial reaction. It doesn't, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a little bit disrespectful, but
I mean,
it doesn't bother me that much. But
like memeing someone's death can be interpreted as, because at the end of the day, a meme most of the times will have some humor, a lot of humor in it. So just from that point of view, probably it can come across as cold,
right?
Or disrespectful for some people.
Yeah.
But then, if you're so easily offended, I'm not sure. Maybe memes another.
That's true. Content. Yeah, you shouldn't be on that. You shouldn't be on memes. Reddit.
Yeah, it's like the internet and Reddit. I definitely feel like it was a genuine kind of. It's just like it didn't mean to be a bad thing.
Yeah. And I guess it's kind of sweet that someone cares that much about like the respect that dead cats are getting.
True.
So that's kind of nice.
Thank you to everyone who listened. Positive Vibes, do you want to say something?
Yeah, make sure to smash the like and subscribe button and click that bell so you get notified every week. There's going to be a new briefing to keep you up to date with the news in the most fun, dankest way possible. Yeah, and also thank you to all of you that actually sent us feedback on Reddit and YouTube. We're going to keep on improving on this format. Yeah, we really appreciate that feedback's like invaluable to improving the subreddit, improving these videos, everything. So thanks so much. Yeah, and subscribe to Reddit, to our sub channel.